Right now, controlling the pandemic, wearing masks, staying in. How are we doing as a country? A new survey shows what we're doing well and what we're not.
Plus, President Trump's latest attempt to subvert Wisconsin's election results is headed to court. We'll tell you what's next in the process. Straight ahead.
This is News 3 Now this morning.
Good morning, everybody. It's Friday, December 4th. I'm Chris Stanford.
Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Leah Lynchide. Social distancing and preventative measures for the virus are down dramatically in data from the months leading up to this current surge in cases.
A new survey from NPR found that risky behavior started to increase at the start of the summer and continued to climb until about a month ago. People socializing with someone who they did not live with in the same house rose 20% over 6 months. Going out to a bar or restaurant was up more than 10%. Health experts say this is a key contributor to the high surge in cases. Some good news, though, from this study. Mask wearing is at an all-time high. Nearly 80% of people surveyed say they wear a mask. That's about a 30% increase since April.
The head of the CDC says we're in for a rough few months before vaccines become widely available. Dr. Robert Redfield says besides the monumental loss of life, our healthcare system is being pushed to the brink of collapse. His warning comes as more than 100,000 Americans are hospitalized with the virus. The number of hospitalizations has tripled since the start of October. Reuters reports the virus is now claiming well over 2,000 lives a day.
More than 400,000 Wisconsinites have now tested positive for coronavirus. That's an increase of 100,000 cases in the last 3 weeks. Yesterday, the state added about 4,800 cases. More than 65 people died, and more than 170 were hospitalized.
In the worst of times, you can always count on first responders to be there to help. But as the burdens of the pandemic weigh upon ambulance services, they're looking for some assistance. Both Paratech and Ryan Brothers Ambulance say their COVID-19 related call volume is up, but they say the pandemic just worsens existing financial issues because of stagnant Medicaid reimbursement rates. Pile that on top of staffing concerns, expensive PPE, and a lack of government funding, and they say something has to change.
Local leaders that they really need to pay attention to this. Otherwise, there will be EMS systems continuing to go out of business throughout the nation, especially in a time right now.
Despite these problems, both Ryan Brothers and Paratech say they'll be sticking around, but they do worry about smaller private companies nationwide.
The Madison Police Department wants your feedback on how you think they handled protests this summer in the wake of George Floyd's death. MPD is working with the Quattrone Center at the Pennsylvania Law School to conduct a review of the department. An online survey asked people to share details about their interactions with police, and any recommendations people have for the department. The Quattrone Center's executive director says the more participation they get, the better recommendations they can make.
The participants in the process are serious about wanting to do these events better, wanting to learn from these events and respond to community concerns, and to make sure that this is a process that helps build trust and legitimacy between the police and the community.
Any information you choose to provide is completely voluntary. If you're interested in participating, we have a link up right now at channel3000.com.
A member of Kyle Rittenhouse's defense team may not be able to practice law in Wisconsin. Kenosha prosecutors say John Pierce, a lawyer from California, should not be granted permission in our state due to ethical concerns. The Journal Sentinel reports out-of-state attorneys can typically be granted permission to practice in a state where they're not licensed. But one assistant district attorney is arguing fundraising done by the lawyer on Rittenhouse's behalf raises serious ethical concerns. And attorneys for the 15-year-old charged in a mall shooting in Wauwatosa want his case moved out of adult court. Prosecutors are pushing to charge him as an adult. A Milwaukee County judge scheduled a hearing on the topic for mid-February. The teen faces 8 felony counts of first-degree reckless injury and 1 misdemeanor of possessing a firearm while under 18.
I'm Josh Bretter working from home this morning. Breaking overnight, more than 15 shell casings were found after reports of a shooting on Madison's north side. Police say they found the casings on Marcy Road near Woodward Drive and Warner Park. Madison police received multiple calls reporting shots fired just before 11:30. Callers also reporting hearing a car drive away from the scene. No injuries or damage have been reported so far. Madison police are still investigating. 6:04 is your time on a Friday morning. We made it to the end of the week, Hattie, and you've got some sunshine in store for us.
Yes, I do. No major changes to that forecast for the next several days. We continue with the dry weather pattern and lots of sunshine, making it a little easier to deal with these short days that we have right now. Take a look at some longer range forecast models, though. These are the 8 to 14 day outlooks, and this first one is precipitation going through the middle of the month. It is indicating that there could be some drier than normal conditions for the western part of the United States, as well as parts of the western Great Lakes. That does include parts of southern Wisconsin. Temperatures, on the other hand, may just be a little bit warmer than normal. We'll continue with this trend of slightly warmer temperatures as we head into the middle of the month. And here's what our temperature forecast looks like going forward for the next 10 days. Normal high through this stretch is around 32 degrees. Hard to believe that the normals are so chilly right now, but we'll be above that all of the next 10 days. The warmest time frame will be the middle of next week when temperatures get back into the mid 40s for a couple of days. Now, our current conditions, we're 30 here in Madison. No wind to speak of, so no need to mention wind chill this morning. Take a look at temperatures, and you'll see that 30 is a pretty common number for southern Wisconsin. 30 in Watertown, Lone Rock, Mineral Point, Janesville, and Monroe as well. Winds are from the west, although pretty light this morning. Most areas are reporting a wind less than 10 miles an hour. Here's a look at your future track forecast model. It does indicate just a few high-level cirrus clouds, and that's exactly what we're seeing this morning. Those clouds are going to continue to drift through the area and clear as we head towards the afternoon. Lunchtime temperatures will be well into the 30s, maybe even some low 40s already at noon today. And then as we head towards the highs later on this afternoon, should be right around 40 degrees here in southern Wisconsin. Temperatures will drop back pretty quickly. I'm expecting colder overnight temperatures. So waking up on Saturday morning, temps will likely be in the low 20s. Clear skies, light winds will allow for those temperatures to drop pretty quickly overnight. Looking ahead, staying quiet through next week, although I'm keeping my eye still on the next weekend. It does look like we'll see a pattern shift and a return to more active weather here in southern Wisconsin.
All right, Hattie, thank you. Developing this morning at 6:07, the Trump campaign continues to file lawsuits here in Wisconsin over the presidential election results. The president now filing suits in county circuit courts after the state Supreme Court declined to hear it. The High Court says the suit must be consolidated and go through lower courts first before they can hear the case. The suit looks to overturn his election loss to Joe Biden in Wisconsin by throwing out more than 220,000 votes in Dane and Milwaukee counties. But elections officials say there is no evidence of any voter fraud in either county this morning. As we first told you yesterday, the Trump campaign also filed a federal lawsuit to have the state's Republican legislature pick the state's electors. Wisconsin's electors are scheduled to meet and submit their electoral college votes on December 14th.
The Trump administration also filing a lawsuit against Facebook for allegedly discriminating against U.S. workers. In the suit filed yesterday, it accuses the social media company of passing over Americans in favor of H-1B visa holders. A spokesperson from Facebook says the company disputes those claims but can't comment on pending litigation. The DOJ is seeking civil penalties and back pay for U.S. workers who were denied employment. Facebook also saying it will start removing false claims about COVID-19 vaccines. It's the latest attempt to counter a tide of coronavirus-related misinformation online. In the coming weeks, the social network says it will begin taking down any Facebook or Instagram posts with false information about the vaccines that have already been debunked by public health experts.
Today is the deadline for states to submit requests to receive doses of Pfizer's vaccine once the FDA grants its approval. States must specify how many doses they want and where they want those doses sent. The FDA is set to meet in less than a week to discuss approving the vaccine, with the first doses expected to go out before the end of the year. Ahead of its release, Pfizer now says it'll have less of them ready to send out than originally thought. Reuters reports the company will now have only 50 million doses of the vaccine ready to go by the end of the year. That is half of what it initially promised. A spokesperson for the company says issues in the supply chain, that is the reason for the drop in production. Pfizer's vaccine requires 2 doses a person, meaning only 25 million people will be able to get it by the year's end.
Moderna, meanwhile, says it expects to have 125 million doses of its vaccine ready to go in the first quarter of 2021. Almost all of those, about 100 million shots, will be going to the U.S. Moderna's vaccine, like Pfizer, has not yet been approved by the FDA, but the agency is meeting later this month to discuss granting an emergency use authorization. Moderna says it expects to have 1 billion doses of its vaccine made by this time next year.
New this morning, the first doses of the Pfizer-BioNTech COVID-19 vaccine have arrived in the UK. The UK Department of Health says that up to 800,000 doses of the vaccine are being made available as early as next week. The health ministry noticed that the vaccine will be distributed to 50 hospital hubs, acting as vaccination points over the next week. The UK is the first Western country to authorize the use of a vaccine against the virus.
President-elect Biden has reportedly chosen his White House coronavirus coordinator. Jeffrey Zients is said to be stepping into the role currently held by Dr. Deborah Birx. Zients was an economic advisor under Barack Obama. Currently, he's a co-chair on Biden's transition team. A formal announcement could be made as soon as today.
6:10 is your time right now. We continue to track that breaking news into the First Warren Traffic Center of a crash near Sun Prairie this morning. Let's take you there on the First Warren traffic maps right now. This is Highway 19 near the town of Burke. The crash happening at Fox Run. You can see the lanes impacted there. So right now the Dane County Sheriff's Office has the road closed off from Heatherstone Ridge to Fox Run. We're seeing some pretty significant delays in that area. We're told 2 cars are involved, but unknown if there are any injuries. We know the ambulance is at the scene this morning. We also have a crew on the way to the scene, so we're going to keep our eyes on this, and you can look for updates here on News 3 Now this morning and over on channel3000.com. The rest of the Madison Metro looking like this, though. No other major issues out on the roadways as you hit the road this morning. We're moving at posted speeds. That's your First Warren traffic.
6:11. It's a critical time to give back right now. Coming up, the prize one of our local chapters could win if the community comes through.
And if you're looking for a furry companion to keep you company this winter, the Better Business Bureau has a warning for you on an uptick in pet scams. That's up next.
Your local Monk's Bar and Grill is still open for dine-in guests and convenient takeout. Monk's thanks you for continually supporting our locally owned business during these trying times. Visit monksbarandgrill.com to order online and easily view our menus.
To most people, the idea of fighting is unpleasant. But sometimes to make things right, it's necessary to fight. Some things are worth fighting for. If you or your family has been injured, you'll want a good law firm on your side to make things right again. Since 1930, Habish, Habish & Rotier has recovered more million-dollar results for our clients than any other law firm in Wisconsin. Habish, Habish & Rotier. We fight for what's right.
Happy holidays and happy savings at the Brothers Maine during our Happy Holiday Savings Sale. Give your home a little love and give yourself more big savings on brands like Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, and Amana. We're making the holidays a little easier with up to 18 months of 0% financing and the convenience of expert delivery free. You get more for the holidays at the Moore store. Happy home shopping, happy holidays, and happy holiday savings from all of us at the Brothers Maine, your local store for more since 1938.
Get genuine value on gifts for Christmas during Blaine's Farm and Fleet's huge gift sale going on now. Shop amazing deals store-wide on great gifts for everyone on your list. For the chef, this Cuisinart cookware set is $30 off. For the car enthusiast, this garage floor jack is on sale $129.99. Give the gift of winter readiness with $200 off this Cub Cadet snow thrower. And a Blaine's Farm and Fleet gift card is always the perfect gift. Plus, buy online and pick up your items in our convenient drive-thru. You don't even need to get out of your car.
We drive everywhere to help our son reach his dream of becoming an elite swimmer. So we enrolled in the Know Your Drive program with American Family Insurance. It gives us discounts for safe driving and other benefits, like emergency roadside service, which comes in handy, no matter where his dreams take him. With Know Your Drive, save up to 20% and get closer to your dreams. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
Is your credit score getting in the way of things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit help you borrow up to $10,000. So check your eligibility on netcredit.com today without affecting your credit score. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
Hey, Culligan, got a water pitcher for the fam. Pretty safe, huh?
Well, basic water pitchers are passable, whereas a Culligan reverse osmosis system can reduce lead, arsenic, pesticide runoff.
It's not going fast enough. Just done with that.
Your local Monk's Bar and Grill is still open for dine-in guests and convenient takeout. Monk's thanks you for continually supporting our locally owned business during these trying times. Visit monksbarandgrill.com to order online and easily view our menus.
Dane County is taking part in the Salvation Army's National Bell Ringing Challenge.
Yeah, their national commander issued a challenge to officers across the country this week in an effort to raise more money. Taylor Lazenby joins us live with more. Good morning, Taylor.
Hi guys, good morning. The challenge is on to ring bells and raise money for a good cause. Now, Mayor Melissa Shields accepted the challenge and will be ringing bells right here at Sun Prairie Walmart from 2 to 6 p.m. today. Melissa says she's excited for this opportunity and she's up for the challenge since she has grown with the Salvation Army. Right now, requests for services are up 150%, while bell ringing shifts are down 50% from where they were just last year. Melissa says the competition comes at a vital moment in the Red Kettle campaign history.
I don't think everybody realized how long this COVID situation was going to last and how much havoc it was going to really run rampant in our community and in our families. And so, although the need has been high, we've just been trying to put out all the stops that we can to help people. We've really had a lot of people step up and donate things and just go above and beyond to help their neighbor.
The winner of the Bell Ringing Challenge will join the national commander of the National Red Kettle Kickoff at the Dallas Cowboys Thanksgiving game. That will be in 2021. And although the prize is nice, Melissa says the real winners are the people that they get to serve with a nice warm bed and a hot meal. Coming up in the next half hour, we talk to Melissa a little bit more about how she's excited for this campaign challenge today and how you yourself can hold your own virtual kettle campaign competition.
Taylor Lazenby, thank you very much. Starting today, you can partner up with the post office for its annual Operation Santa to help bring the holidays to those in need. Letters from kids in need are up right now on the USPS website. You can read through them, pick a family to help out, then send your presents to the post office. Santa will handle it from there. And if your family is in need, you can still sign up for the program. Letters will be accepted through December 15th. If you're thinking about getting a pet for the holidays, be careful. The Better Business Bureau says it's seeing a spike in online pet scams right now. Victims have reported a median loss of just around $750. Scammers are asking for payments through apps like Cash App and Zelle, or even through gift cards. The BBB recommends seeing the pet in person before you pay anything. You could do it by video call too, or you could consider adopting from a local animal shelter instead.
Walmart is launching a holiday light show across the U.S. The free and contactless experience will use nearly 1,000 drones to create three-dimensional shapes in the sky like snowflakes, reindeer, and presents. The show kicks off today and will tour across the country. It's not passing through our area, but you can still enjoy it. Walmart is broadcasting Saturday's show live on its Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok channels. 6:17, let's check in with Hattie McLean this morning. How are you, Hattie?
Not bad, Chris. Doing just fine. The weather's so quiet, hard to find anything to talk about really around here weather-wise. But take a look at our Queen Bee Radio Sky Camera this morning in Platteville. We're finally able to see a little bit of light on the horizon, which is always encouraging. These are the shortest days of the year coming up, but it's nice that we have so much sunshine in the forecast. More good news this morning. No need to scrape the windshield. Scrape alert shows no ice on the windshields this morning. Temperatures are right around 30 degrees, and the air is just very dry, so no frost formation this morning. Our temperatures across the region look like this: 30 in Madison, 27 in the Dells, 29 in Prairie du Chien, and 26 in Platteville. Not a bad start to the day for early December. You'll probably still want the hat outside this morning as you head to the bus stop. Lots of sunshine, though. We don't need as many layers today, with highs right around 40 degrees this afternoon. It's looking good. That sunshine and dry weather is going to stick around through the day, right into the weekend.
All right, thanks, Hattie. 6:18, Carnival Cruise Line is once again pushing back plans to set sail. The company's canceling all remaining cruises through February of next year. The cruise industry has been among some of the hardest hit by the pandemic, with the CDC issuing a no-sail order for cruise ships in March, although that ban was lifted at the end of October. Airbnb cracking down on unauthorized parties this New Year's Eve. The sites say Site says that it's so worried about people renting houses for that purpose that it's blocking many users from booking New Year's Eve. Now, only those with a long history of positive reviews on the platform can make bookings on New Year's Eve. Also, if you've already reserved your place, you're okay. Airbnb says rentals for unauthorized parties typically aren't made very far in advance.
Warner Brothers is giving you the option to skip the theater all next year. The movie studio will stream all of its 2021 movies on HBO Max the same day they're released in theaters. The movies will be available at no extra cost to subscribers. Same-day streaming will start on Christmas Day with the release of Wonder Woman 1984. Other upcoming releases include The Matrix 4 and Space Jam: A New Legacy.
Coming up on 620 right now, still ahead for us as the end of the year quickly approaches. We'll have advice on who you should be tipping and just how much.
And coming up in our next half hour, we're hearing from our local health experts on what a vaccine rollout is going to look like here in Dane County. Stay with us.
Join us on News 3 Now at 5.
The Ashley Home Store Black Friday sale is extended through Tuesday only. It's your last chance to save up to 70% off mattresses, including hot buys and holiday doorbusters like these. And free quick ship delivery on the best brands. Through Tuesday at Ashley Home Store.
Hey, it's me, your dry skin. I'm craving something we're missing. The ceramides in CeraVe. They help restore my natural barrier so I can lock in moisture. We've got to have each other's backs.
CeraVe, now the #1 dermatologist recommended skincare brand.
Do you have dry, cracked hands from constant washing, cold weather, and hard work? Try O'Keefe's Working Hands. It's America's #1 selling hand cream for guaranteed relief for extremely dry, cracked hands. Also available in O'Keefe's Lip Repair. Guaranteed relief for extremely dry, cracked lips.
Advanced non-small cell lung cancer can take away so much. But today, there's a combination of 2 immunotherapies you can take first. One that could mean a chance to live longer. Opdivo plus Yervoy is for adults newly diagnosed with non-small cell lung cancer that is spread and that tests positive for PD-L1 and does not have an abnormal EGFR or ALK gene. It's the first and only approved chemo-free combination of 2 immunotherapies that works together in different ways to harness the power of the immune system. Opdivo plus Yervoy equals a chance for more days, more nights, more beautiful weekends, more ugly sweaters, more big hugs, more small outings. Opdivo and Yervoy can cause your immune system to attack normal organs and tissues in your body and affect how they work. This may happen during or after treatment is ended and can become serious and lead to death. Some of these problems may happen more often when Opdivo is used with Yervoy. See your doctor right away if you have a new or worse cough, chest pain, shortness of breath, diarrhea, severe stomach pain, nausea or vomiting, dizziness, fainting, extreme tiredness, weight changes, constipation, excessive thirst, changes in urine or eyesight, rash, itching, confusion, memory problems, muscle pain or weakness, joint pain, flushing, fever, or tingling in hands and feet. These are not all the possible side effects. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions, including immune system problems, or if you've had an organ transplant or lung, breathing, or liver problems. Here's to a chance for more together time, a chance to live longer. Ask your doctor about Opdivo plus Yervoy. Thank you to all involved in our clinical trials.
I want a client who comes in to feel comfortable and to know that their case is in good hands so they can relax and get on with their life as best as they can and let me do the fighting for them. That's how I want them to feel.
Gingras, Thompson, and Walks.
At Papa Murphy's, we make fresh pizza that you bake at home. Because home is where the fun is. Right now, get the chicken garlic pizza for just $10. Papa Murphy's. Change the way you pizza.
The Ashley Home Store Black Friday sale is extended through Tuesday only. It's your last chance to save up to 70% off doorbusters and special buys. Plus, Black Friday bonus discounts up to an extra 20% off our sale prices. And no interest financing store-wide through Tuesday at Ashley Home Store.
We would like to thank Kevin for sharing his morning with us. A gorgeous shot. Thanks, Kevin. Share your morning with us, folks. Use the hashtag MyNews3Morning.
6:23 now. It's that time of year to start handing out year-end tips.
Yeah, deciding who and how much can be tricky, so we found some advice. This is from townandcountry.com. So your barber or your hairdresser, should you tip them? Well, probably. Up to the cost of a haircut. Babysitters, those folks too. You want to do evenings pay and a gift from your kids. Your personal trainer, yep, you should probably tip them at the end of the year as well. The cost of one session or a gift. I've posted a complete list on my Facebook page. It includes your dentist and delivery services. It also includes who you should send a card to, or a gift, or a cash. It breaks it down pretty good. Bottom line is they say you should think about the quality of the service, the length of time that you've had a relationship with that person, and your budget. That's a big thing.
We were talking earlier with our producer, Ari, who said, you know, hairdressers hold a lot of power, so you better be tipping them pretty good, Chris. I know you care a lot about that fantastic hairdo you got.
Yeah, it's as you get older and the more you develop those kinds of relationships, you want to be able to preserve those and keep those in good standing. So it's something to consider this time of year.
What about tipping our local meteorologist, Eddie?
Hey, that would be fine. I get a lot of tips. They come in the form of emails, though. I will say that. Let's get you up to date with the forecast. I don't think anyone's complaining about this forecast, so I'm okay with that. Here's what we have this morning. A live look from the Edgewater Sky Camera. Skies are clear. Great view of the Capitol in the distance there. It's going to be another beautiful day today for southern Wisconsin. We're looking at just some high-level clouds in the area early this morning. Temperatures are right around 30 degrees, so not terribly cold either. Here's a look at our temperature trend over the next 12 hours. We're headed to highs right around 40 degrees later on this afternoon, so pretty nice day on the way. Winds should shift around to the north later on this afternoon, but they'll stay relatively light. Here's that extended forecast. Certainly not looking very much like December outside. We have no snow in the forecast really until we get to next weekend. There is a slight chance for flurries on Sunday, but they're not going to accumulate.
Thanks, Addie. Keep it here. We'll be right back.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Gifts come in many forms, but rarely do they offer the opportunity to pass on a legacy. When you give EdVest, Wisconsin's 529 college savings plan, as a gift, you pave the way for future generations to achieve their dreams through higher education. Your gift offers 100% tax-free growth potential and can be used at colleges, universities, and technical colleges. Continue your family's proud tradition of higher education or start one of your own by giving the gift of a promising future with EdVest.
If your dry eye symptoms keep coming back, inflammation in your eye might be to blame.
Looks like a great day for achy, burning eyes.
Over-the-counter eye drops typically work by lubricating your eyes and may provide temporary relief.
Ha! These drops probably won't touch me.
Xiidra works differently, targeting inflammation that can cause dry eye disease.
What is that? Xiidra? No!
It can provide lasting relief.
Oh.
Xiidra is the only FDA-approved treatment specifically for the signs and symptoms of dry eye disease. 1 drop in each eye, twice a day. Don't use if you're allergic to Xiidra. Common side effects include eye irritation, discomfort, or blurred vision when applied to the eye, and unusual taste sensation. Don't touch container tip to your eye or any surface. After using Xiidra, wait 15 minutes before reinserting contacts.
Got any room in your eye?
Talk to an eye doctor about twice daily Xiidra.
I'd prefer you didn't.
Xiidra. Not today, dry eye.
When you protect what's important to you from COVID-19, you help protect everyone in Wisconsin. Learn how you can stop the spread at dhs.wisconsin.gov/COVID-19.
Wisconsin is a home of workers. We know what needs to get done, and we do it. Yet, we've been hit hard, some harder than others. Our contact may be limited, but we still can lift each other up. The Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy providers are working together to help keep your heat and power on. You may not ask for it, but we want you to know we're here.
Golden Cars is having a huge winter sale. Don't miss out on Dodge Grand Caravans well-equipped starting at $11,995 or $185
right. You can buy a 2017 Dodge Grand Caravan starting at $11,995 or $185 per month.
Goldman Cars is family owned and operated for over 50 years.
So just hurry in today and ask for my sister, Crystal the Pistol Goldman.
Or my brother, Donovan Goldman.
You gotta go to Goldman, GoldmanCars.com.
Record-breaking highs, what COVID-19 numbers we're expecting to see by next week, and what's being done to free up space in our hospitals.
This is News 3 Now this morning.
Good morning, everyone, and thanks for joining us on this Friday. So far, every day this week has brought a new record for COVID in the U.S. Today isn't expected to be any different. This morning, hospitals are treating more than 100,000 patients for COVID. The U.S. has recorded more than 2,700 deaths each of the past 2 days. Experts predict that we could regularly start seeing 3,000 daily deaths by next week. That's about the equivalent to how many people died on 9/11, dying every single day.
Shocking statistic there. Experts say vaccines will be the help we desperately need to end the pandemic. But there are a few things that need to happen before distribution can happen here. Wisconsin will need to hire a mass vaccinator who will work to get the vaccines to the general public. It also needs to come up with software to track the distribution process. Public Health Madison-Dane County says it's in a good spot right now.
Those two items are yet to be put in place, but we have time. We have time. There's the first tier would probably be starting in the next couple weeks, and wouldn't probably be finishing until maybe the middle or end of January, and then we'll start looking at the next tier.
Public Health Madison and Dane County will be playing a role in the vaccine rollout. They plan to vaccinate healthcare workers first before taking any of those next steps. And we wanted to update you on some local guidance here in Dane County. Earlier this week, we told you the CDC is cutting its recommended quarantine time in half. Well, local health officials tell us they're always monitoring the CDC's guidance to help shape their own. But as of right now, they are not adopting that guidance. That means Dane County officials say you should still quarantine for 14 days if you've been in close contact with someone who's tested positive.
All 72 counties in Wisconsin have either very high or critically high COVID numbers this morning. In less than 3 weeks, the state has added another 100,000 new cases. Healthcare workers are worried a post-Thanksgiving spike will start adding to these numbers soon as well. And it could be a while before you're able to see your primary doctor. UW Health says it's making more changes that could potentially push back some appointments until the spring. This could mean your appointment would be rescheduled or be switched to a video visit. These changes are so UW Health can better handle the number of COVID patients.
Hundreds of happy couples have had to postpone their wedding day because of the pandemic. But one wedding held anyway in Chicago is being called a potential super spreader event. Our affiliate in Chicago received video of this wedding at the Hilton in suburban Northbrook. The room is filled with up to 300 people who aren't social distancing, only a handful wearing masks there. All private parties and ballroom gatherings are currently banned in Illinois. County health officials are now considering citing the Hilton, among other legal options. The hotel's general manager said the event had been booked before the state's latest measures went into place, and they sincerely regret allowing it to happen. They say they will work with county health officials to make sure they follow COVID guidelines better in the future.
Masks could become mandatory in certain places once President-elect Joe Biden gets into office. The president-elect told CNN he'd issue a standing order within his first 100 days. Biden has floated the idea in the past, but hadn't made any guarantees. The order will require masks in federal buildings, on planes, and on buses that cross state lines.
I'm Josh Ryder working from home this morning. We continue to track new developments on the Trump campaign's lawsuits targeting Wisconsin. President Trump refiling one of his lawsuits in county courts after the state Supreme Court refused to hear his case. The Chief Justice ordered his case against Dane and Milwaukee counties be consolidated. It's now in both counties' circuit courts. Elections officials say there's no evidence of any voter fraud in either county, but the Trump campaign still trying to throw out hundreds of thousands of absentee votes cast there. The Trump campaign also filing a federal lawsuit in hopes of having the state's Republican legislature pick the state's electors. Wisconsin's electors are scheduled to meet and submit their electoral college votes on December 14th.
With thousands at risk of being evicted at the end of the year, a local group is offering up some help.
It's so hard to prosper in life when you're simply just trying to get by.
Opportunity Wisconsin is working to help those of you who are facing this. At channel3000.com right now, we've posted a link to the resources available. If Congress doesn't pass another stimulus soon, the moratorium on evictions and unemployment payments will end on December 31st, and state lawmakers have already said they won't meet this month to address the issue.
6:34 now. Hattie McLean working from home with our first warn weather and a peek at potentially some snow coming a little farther down the road. Hattie.
Yeah, we have to look a long ways in the future to see any chances for snow here across southern Wisconsin, but there may be some signs of change on the horizon. Let's take a look at the upper air weather patterns. The jet stream is really the track that storms follow across the country, and right now, the most active part of the jet stream is along the southern tier of the United States. So that's where we're seeing the storm track. It's very quiet here across the northern tier. Some changes, though, as we head into next week. You'll see that milder air in the form of green colors on the map, sort of building out to the west and moving into the Great Lakes region. So a couple of days next week, I am expecting temperatures to be a little bit milder here in southern Wisconsin. Then as we head towards the end of the week, a trough of low pressure develops in the western part of the United States, and then the jet stream lifts northward right into the Great Lakes region. That will act to steer storms in our direction, and it may bring more active weather to southern Wisconsin. Nothing to get too excited about just yet if you're looking for a big snowstorm, but there are a few small chances for snow over the next 10 days. On Sunday, there's a chance for a few flurries, and then again next weekend is what I was talking about. There is a chance for a storm system to move through the area. There'll likely be lots of changes between now and then to that weekend forecast, but keep your eye on the Saturday-Sunday time frame because we could be looking at a storm in the area. No storms moving in right now, though. Take a live look at Doppler, and you'll see that things are quiet from Wisconsin all the way back into the northern plains, so our forecast is going to stay dry today. Here's a look at our current conditions this morning. Temperatures are right around 30 in most spots. Pretty mild start for early December. Winds are light from the west right now, around 5 to 10 miles per hour. Our future track forecast model shows you that winds will eventually shift to the north this afternoon, but they'll remain pretty light. Temperatures will be getting into the mid and upper 30s by lunchtime, so nice quick warm up this morning. We're headed to highs right around 40 later on this afternoon. Mostly sunny skies are expected. Here's a look at your extended forecast then. We have quiet conditions right into the upcoming weekend. Our sunshine and dry weather will continue. There is a chance for some flurries on Sunday, but no accumulation with that particular event. Staying dry then through all of next week, but maybe getting a little more active towards the next weekend.
All right, thanks, Hattie. 6:36. The Salvation Army says more families are facing poverty right now than ever before.
The National Bell Ringing Challenge hopes to change that narrative in a time families need it most. Our Taylor Lazenby joins us live with more. Hi, Taylor.
Hi guys, good morning. That's right. About 2.5 million people come to the Salvation Army during the holidays for help. And of course, right now, that number is increasing with COVID-19. Now, the Salvation Army's national commander issued a national bell ringing challenge to officers all across the United States in an effort to raise funds during this tough time. Here in Dane County, Mayor Melissa Shields will accept the challenge and will be ringing bells at the Sun Prairie Walmart today. Now, Melissa says the Dane County community has always proven to be generous during the Kettle campaign and during the times of need.
As a community, we are looking out for each other. We really do want to help one another. And as little as a $1 donation just goes a really long way. So if you have a penny, if you have a quarter, whatever it is you have in your pockets, we would gladly take it because every little bit helps each other.
With virtual kettles, text to give, and season pass pins, the Salvation Army has expanded the options for giving this year. Though there are still many in-person bell ringing shifts still available, the Red Kettle campaign officially ends at 8 p.m. on December 24th. Now, to find more information about the Salvation Army and the Red Kettle campaign that's happening today at the Sun Prairie Walmart, you can log on to our website. That's at channel3000.com.
Taylor Lazenby, thank you very much. So like almost everything else this year, visits with Santa are going to look pretty different. Your kids won't be able to sit on his lap or give him hugs, but there are still ways for Santa to spread joy. Up in Rothschild, Santa's helpers are taking distanced pictures and collecting toys for children's hospitals at a local coffee shop.
We're going to put up a plexiglass wall. Kids can still tell him what they would like for Christmas. You know, we're going to keep it as fun and as traditional as we can, but also keeping it very safe.
Other locations have canceled their Santa stops this year, but some are still happening with added safety precautions. There won't be any visits from Santa, though, at this year's lights display at the Henry Vila Zoo. You can still check it out with your family. It's open every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday night until the 27th. Costs $10 a person. Kids under 3 are free.
The Holiday Light Show at the Rotary Botanical Gardens in Janesville is open. Tens of thousands of visitors go every year, and this year they are expanding their season for a 23-night run. You'll need tickets in advance, and you'll have to wear a mask and stay socially distanced. Despite the pandemic, Lucille has transformed into a Christmas-themed pop-up bar for the 4th year in a row. Miracle on King Street brings festive decorations inside and cocktails on the outdoor patio with heaters. Lucille's is part of Madison's Streetery program, which helps give restaurants more outdoor dining space during the pandemic. This year, you can take some of their cocktail kits to go and celebrate safely at home.
We drove through the downtown area over the last couple of days, and it's really looking good down there, and Lucille's included. Let's take a look at your first one traffic right now and an update to that earlier crash we were tracking this morning near the town of Burke. That has since been cleared within the last 20 minutes. You can look for updates to this developing story over on the Channel 3000 mobile app again, but Highway 19 is now back open near the town of Burke this morning after that earlier crash. The rest of the Madison Metro looking good so far this morning. No other crashes or major delays to speak of, just a couple of brake lights popping up on East Washington Avenue as you approach the downtown area. Drive times, though, as you head on all the major highways and interstate, looking good on a Friday morning. Live look outside right now, 6:41, as we start to see just a little bit of daylight out there. We've got some sunshine on the way coming up.
And you've heard of those annual lists for the most popular baby names. Well, we're checking one out for your furry friends, too. We'll see if your dog's name made the cut. That's after the break.
Hurry into Fleet Farm to get the best deals of the week. Save big on things like Fleet Farm pistachios. A 1-pound bag, $5.99. Pennzoil full synthetic motor oil, 5 quarts, only $9.99 after rebate. And Wild Delight Nut and Berry Wild Bird Food, a 20-pound bag, $17.99. Plus, buy a $100 Fleet Farm gift card and get a $10 Fleet Farm gift card for free. Gifting just got easier. Fleet Farm, we've got you covered.
Work smarter. Use the cloud to securely print, scan, and collaborate. GI Office Technologies, helping businesses like yours.
Come on. Let's go.
Come on. Let's go in.
Toyotathon is on. 'Tis the season for great year-end deals.
Right now, during Toyotathon, you can get $750 customer cash on a stylish new 2021 Camry. Visit Toyota.com to learn more.
Don't miss out. Come in today.
Toyota, let's go places.
Let's holiday. Let's light it up and dish it up. Let's stuff turkeys as well as stockings and never miss out on the mistletoe. Let's turn fresh into festive and festive into flavorful. Let's fill the kitchen with holiday sear and make memories over a cookie dough covered table. Let's carve it and share it, then savor it with a side and know where I'd rather be. Let's make a toast to what truly matters most, because the holidays are here, and no one does the holidays like Festival Foods.
Winter is what you make of it. And with the award-winning strength and performance of Cub Cadet X-Series snowblowers, you can make the most of it. Visit your local Cub Cadet dealer, where you can receive $200 off for a limited time. To find a locally owned dealer near you, visit CubCadetDealers.com.
Only Steinhoffel sells more Tempur-Pedic than anyone else. And right now, get $300 in Steinhoffel's cash with any Tempur-Pedic. We are Wisconsin's #1 Tempur-Pedic retailer.
Download the new Channel 3000 app and get alerted on your mobile device the minute news breaks. Wherever you go, be the first to know with Channel 3000.
On the next Live at 4, we'll talk about how the pandemic is disproportionately affecting women. And our Michael Bruno goes behind the screens of a student-led virtual theater production.
Get more local news now with Channel 3000 Plus, our free digital streaming service that brings you area news and info 24/7 from the News 3 Now team. Channel 3000 Plus. Download it today and watch from your streaming media player or mobile device.
Welcome back at 6:44. 2020 has given all of us a reason or two to be frustrated, or many more. Now there's a way for people to safely and legally take out some of that anger in a pretty aggressive way. Check this out. This is destructive therapy. A scrap car company lets participants destroy cars which were going to the scrapyard anyway. You can blow them up, shoot them with guns, and even use a tank. The cars, of course, have the year 2020 written on the side as a reminder of where to focus your anger. Right now, it's only being offered in the UK, but there are similar businesses like rage rooms here in the US. I think this is a great idea. I think sometimes, Leah, we just have to get out there and let out all of that aggression so we don't take it out on those we love, right?
Hey, it's been a tough year. No judgment here. Do what you gotta do, folks. 6:45 now. We usually see a wrap-up of the most popular baby names toward the end of the year, but what about dog names? Rover.com's list of top dog names is out this morning. See if your pup's name makes the cut. 4 girl dogs. The top 3 here are Bella, Luna, and Lucy. Cute. And for the gentlemen, top picks, Max, Charlie, and Cooper. Some of these also happen to be some of the top baby names. There are also some wild card celebrity shout-outs. A lot of people naming their dogs Kanye or Tom Brady. So last hour I told you folks I'm pretty secretive about what I want to name my future dog so nobody steals the name on me. But I'm going to let you in on a secret if you don't tell anyone. Zach and I are both UW alums, so I want to get 2 dogs, and I want to name them Randall and Cole. Get it?
I love it.
Isn't that cute? Chris, I was curious what you'd think about this because you have a high bar to impress.
No, I thought you were going to go with Kaminsky.
Frank and Kaminsky. That's not bad. That's not bad. They're all better than DOG, I will say, Chris. You didn't like that one last hour.
Yeah, it's clever. It's all right.
Hattie, you're a UW alum, too. What do you think about my names?
I love them. I think that's great.
Yes.
I can't wait to meet your dogs, Leah.
In the future.
All right, well, I have 3 dogs to show you in the Pet Walk forecast. This is our picture for this morning. These are Maggie, Jasper, and Annie. I don't think you mentioned any of those names on the popular list, but boy, they look comfortable in front of the fireplace. This is probably post-walk. If you're headed out for a walk today, highs will once again reach around 40 degrees with plenty of sunshine. So anytime that you get out will be a great time. Look at this view from the Edgewater Sky Camera this morning. Great view of the sunrise. Sun comes up after 7:10 in the morning, so still almost 30 minutes away, but you can see that skies are clear right now. Temperature is 30 degrees here in Madison. Our temps across southern Wisconsin are pretty close to 30 in most spots, so it's a mild start to the morning. We will see plenty of sunshine through the day today. Just a little bit of high-level cloudiness showing up on the radar map, but not much this morning. These are high cirrus clouds, so no precipitation from those clouds. Temperatures will climb, as I mentioned, to a high of 40 this afternoon with lots of sunshine. So enjoy the beautiful sun today.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, Hattie. 6:47. Stick around. The morning sprint is coming up after the break.
But first, if you have a little kid turning 3 soon, let us know so we can share their picture on TV. Thanks for watching News 3 Now this morning. We'll be right back.
Look Who's 3 is sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
The Ashley Home Store Black Friday sale is extended through Tuesday only. It's your last chance to save up to 70% off doorbusters and special buys. Plus, Black Friday bonus discounts up to an extra 20% off our sale prices. And no interest financing store-wide through Tuesday at Ashley Home Store.
Heart and soul, I fell in love with you, heart and soul. That little kiss you stole.
Over time, things wear down. Tires, brakes, and headlight bulbs too. Sylvania's lighting experts know that if you wait until burnout, you'll lose up to 50 feet of visibility. That's from here to here in darkness. Switch to a new pair of Sylvania bulbs today and see better tonight.
If your credit card debt is out of control, if you're in over your head in monthly payments, there's a secret the credit card companies don't want you to know. If you have more than $10,000 in credit card debt, you have the right to let us settle that debt for a fraction of what you owe. That's bad news for the credit card companies, but it's great news for you. We're Credit Associates, and we're offering you free information on how to completely resolve your credit card debt with a monthly payment you can afford. To see how much you could save, call now. 1-800-936-5735. Don't declare bankruptcy. Don't consolidate. Give us 10 minutes and we could save you thousands. After all, we depend on your success and offer a guarantee so there's no risk to call. Credit Associates. Live better, debt-free. Find out how easy it is by calling now. For the secret the credit card companies don't want you to know, call Credit Associates now and see how much money you could save for free. Call 1-800-936-5735.
These are real people, not actors, who've got their eczema under control. With less eczema, you can show more skin. So roll up those sleeves and help heal your skin from within with Dupixent. Dupixent is the first treatment of its kind that continuously treats moderate to severe eczema or atopic dermatitis, even between flare-ups. Dupixent is a biologic and not a cream or steroid. Many people taking Dupixent saw clear or almost clear skin and had significantly less itch. Don't use if you're allergic to Dupixent. Serious allergic reactions can occur, including anaphylaxis, which is severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems, such as eye pain or vision changes, or a parasitic infection. If you take asthma medicines, don't change or stop them without talking to your doctor. So help heal your skin from within and talk to your eczema specialist about Dupixent. If your financial situation has changed, we may be able to help.
Furniture and Appliance Mart's Black Friday sale is extended through Tuesday. It's your last chance to save up to 50% off hot buy appliances and doorbusters. Plus, no interest financing for 18 months on the best brands. And quick ship delivery at Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley Home Store off the Beltline.
Download the Channel 3000 First Warn Weather app today.
6:51, time for the morning sprint.
In less than 3 weeks, Wisconsin has added another 100,000 new cases. All 72 counties in the state have either very high or critically high COVID numbers. Healthcare workers are worried a post-Thanksgiving spike will start adding to those numbers soon. The pandemic could affect your upcoming primary care appointments. UW Health says it's making more changes that could potentially push back some appointments until the spring. This could mean your appointment would be rescheduled, or it could switch to a video visit. These changes are so that UW Health can better handle the number of COVID patients coming in for treatment.
Flags will fly at half-staff this weekend to honor a captain who died from COVID-19. Captain Kelly Lynn Rather got COVID after helping a COVID patient going through a medical emergency. She died at the end of November. Rather was an EMT for 15 years and was a nursing professor. Her funeral is tomorrow. She was 42 years old. Masks could become mandatory in certain places once President-elect Joe Biden gets into office. Biden told CNN he'd issue a standing order within his first 100 days. Biden's floated the idea in the past, but hadn't made any guarantees. This order will require masks in federal buildings, on planes, and on buses that cross state lines.
Dr. Fauci could be sticking around the White House for another 4 years. In an interview with CNN, President-elect Biden says he's asked Dr. Fauci to be his chief medical advisor and to remain with the White House as part of the COVID team. Biden also says a number of Republican senators have called and privately congratulated him on his election win, despite refusing to acknowledge it publicly. In an interview with CNN, the president-elect said he thinks Republicans are in a very tough position and understands the situation they find themselves in.
President Trump is considering preemptively pardoning up to 20 aides and associates before leaving office. This is frustrating Republicans who think offering the pardons to family and friends could backfire. This would go against typical protocol of processing pardon cases through the Justice Department. President Trump most recently pardoned Michael Flynn, who pleaded guilty to lying about his contact with Russia.
Developing right now, President Trump refiling one of his lawsuits in county circuit courts after the state Supreme Court refused to hear his case. The Chief Justice ordered his case against Dane and Milwaukee counties be consolidated. It's now in both counties circuit courts. Elections officials say there is no evidence of any voter fraud in either county, but the Trump campaign is still trying to throw out hundreds of thousands of absentee votes cast there. The Trump campaign has also filed a federal lawsuit in hopes of having the state's Republican legislature pick the state's electors.
Assembly Speaker Robin Vos says the Committee on Campaigns and Elections will hold a public hearing next Friday. The committee chair says they'll investigate irregularities with the election, though none have been reported by the Wisconsin Elections Commission.
New this morning, President Trump is once again threatening to veto the Senate's defense spending bill because it doesn't remove provisions related to social media companies. You're looking at the tweet he sent out overnight. The president's comments have prompted both Democratic and Republican pushback. They say the president is using leverage over the troops to settle a personal problem. Developing this half hour, Fitchburg police are investigating after finding 7 shell casings on Red Arrow Trail at around 1 this morning. It's right off of Verona Road near the Boys and Girls Club. No buildings were hit and no injuries have been reported. Witnesses say they saw a white car speeding away, but no one is currently under arrest. A big game for the Badgers could be canceled. Wednesday's game against Louisville is at risk because of a positive COVID test in the Cardinals program. The game is still on the schedule, but the State Journal reports the team isn't doing any team activities until contact tracing is done.
The Packers hope to keep their momentum going this weekend, facing the struggling Eagles at Lambeau. The Packers are coming off that big win Sunday night against the Bears and are just a game behind the Saints now for first place in the NFC. The Eagles have lost 3 straight coming into this one. Kickoff is set for 3:25 on Sunday right here on CBS. And a reminder ahead of Sunday's Packers game, the FCC has allowed us to boost the power of our broadcast signal to full strength. So if you know anyone watching with an antenna, they may need to activate the scan function on their TV menu and rescan available channels so they can continue to enjoy News 3 Now and CBS programming.
Final look at traffic at 6:55 this morning as you hit the road. No crashes or major delays to speak of. That earlier crash in the town of Burke was cleared. East Washington, though, looking a little slow as you approach the downtown area near Breeze-Stevens Field. Some red showing up on the map there. As you head inbound on the Beltline, though, we are moving just fine at posted speeds. That's your First Warn traffic.
And your First Warn weather forecast starts with clear skies across southern Wisconsin. Here's the view in Platteville from our Queen Bee Radio sky camera. Temperatures are pretty comfortable this morning. Not a lot of cloud cover across the state either. It's going to be another dry day for southern Wisconsin. Here's a look at those current temperature readings. 20s and low 30s across southern Wisconsin. Not that much colder to the north, though. Superior's at 24, as is Eau Claire. We're at 30 here in Madison. Take a look at your forecast as you head out the door this morning. Lots of sunshine, and it looks like it is going to stick around all day today. Not too chilly. Could be a lot worse in December with highs right around 40 degrees.
Enjoy that sunrise, folks. Have a great Friday, a great weekend. We'll see you here Monday.